out of here. And if you haven't been able to sign in yet, where is the sign-in sheet? One back there. I think there's. Okay, today is just kind of going to be a recap of some things. We'll introduce a few new key terms, but for the most part, I'm going to also collect some data from you guys that we can use, and not only for volunteers purposes, but best places to work and other good stuff. So, earlier this week, Mary Anton and myself and Mr. Fields went to a Baldridge customer service workshop in Oklahoma City. And the lady that spoke, she was out of a health clinic in Colorado, and she said that they totally revamped their customer service by first speaking to their employees. And the question they asked their employees is one we want to ask you today. So you each have an index card in front of you at your table. And I want you to, oh, you don't have an index card? No. Sorry. Yes, everybody needs one index card.
Everybody or every group?
Everybody.
I'm going to check all that right. I had to go back. I had to go back and look like last because I couldn't see up there. Okay, I couldn't see.
Baked potato and
If you need a pencil, you just go ahead and raise your hand and Beth will bring one around to you. Okay, the question is, what makes you want to jump out of bed and come to work every morning? And I want you guys to be very honest. I mean, if it's for the paycheck, I want you to write it's for the paycheck. Yeah, okay. What helps you, what motivates you, inspires you to come to work in the morning? So if you would go ahead and write that down on the index card.
One thing or two things or one?
If you have more than one thing that makes you want to come to work in the morning, please write that down.
I can't spell it.
I can't believe there's something out there you can't spell.
I can't spell. I'm good at math and science. But I can't spell.
The best you can. Shouldn't spell rat.
Okay, once you guys have those written down, if you that are here at the table, if you talk amongst yourselves and then pick someone to write down some of the things that make you want to come to work in the morning. So if you guys would, back here, share between the two of you and write it down on your big piece of paper with the marker. Write as much as you want. No, this is only eight. Okay, it's this piece of paper I want you to write on. And this will be the only question you're going to address. So you can write as big as you want. What makes you want to jump out of bed? Yes.
Seth and I,
You want to give me the other one? You want to write just one that you think sounds best, or do you want to write both of your answers, or whatever you
Say, not today.
James and my honors favorite, recess. Our future fitness.
Okay, it looks like everybody's finished. Do I have any volunteers to tell me what it is that makes them want to jump up and come to work each morning? All right, I'm waiting for a volunteer. I'll start. Okay, Shane.
Lacey and I put working with people I enjoy, doing a job
Hey
that I
guys,
love.
let's listen, please.
Working with people I enjoy, doing a job I love.
Okay. Working with people you enjoy, doing a job you love. Very good. Anybody else? Having clients. Okay. One.
Student success.
Student success. All right, anybody else? Mr. Marks?
You know, we live in the real world, so our wives first. Make us number one. Our co-workers, and then truly love of students, but we did have to put some. Today didn't count. So, you know, our co-workers is right there, and some students is right there.
Some coworkers. Eric, do you have something to add to that? Anybody else? Well, if you have a thumbtack, if you would go ahead and stick your paper up there along the cord. I don't have anymore. Is yours sticky? Yeah, it's okay, some of the ones that sound good, of course, I like the money and the paycheck, but opportunity to interact with others, and from knowing that I'm helping change someone's life, enjoyment of working and contributing to society. Those three right there kind of sound familiar. What do they sound like? Yeah. Yeah. Levon said like our mission, but even more specific, like such as enjoyment of working and contributing to society, inspiring, investing in the community maybe, which is one of our strategic aims, or knowing that I'm helping change someone's life is very similar to our vision, inspiring success through life-changing learning experiences, which brings us to our next step. You have a little quiz in front of you. Some of you don't yet. We'll need to pass out a quiz to the other one. Go ahead and flip those over.
Raise your hand if you don't have one.
I don't want your names on these papers. I don't want you guys talking to each other to try to get the answers. I want to know if you really know this. You won't be in trouble if you don't. I want the data to know if we really know this. It's okay if you don't spell correctly. Okay, David asked about the senior leaders. To those who don't know, we have 4 senior leaders, and each of those senior leaders are responsible for one strategic aim. Yes, Michelle?
No, it's just passing out.
Make sure it has all the right answers on it, Warren.
Really, I just want to know where you stand. You don't know? You don't like. Whenever you guys get finished, if you'll just go ahead and raise your hand, and Seth and I will come around and start picking them up. Again, it doesn't matter if you don't know them. Like I said, no names on it, and we just want to know who knows the data for what we need to do. Mr. Fields is not one of the senior leaders. It's the head honcho, not one of the senior. Total 4 senior leaders. Mr. Fields is not one. No, you guys will have to study later to see what we need to study. Is anybody finished yet?
How long do we have?
Let's do 2 or 3 more minutes.
Children, you're giggling an awful lot.
Anybody else?
Glad you. Kelsey was?
No, I wasn't. She wasn't even good at it.
Shouldn't you be able to at least run a phone? She's got more. She's
Oh, so you're cheating at me? I just need
How many times I've been
Inspiring success through life-changing learning. Okay, how about our values? We have 4 values. Okay, raise your hand. Okay, Tara. Student focused is 1. D. Leadership by all. Leadership by all. That's the community carry. Great. That's what our Student focused. Leadership by all. Investing in the community. A great place to work. Okay, how about our strategic aims? Let's start with just do 1. Brian.
Instructional and learning excellence.
Okay, and can you tell me who the senior leader is?
Tammy Strobel.
Dr. Tammy Strobel. Good job. All right, Dustin went ahead and said one that he should know very well. Go ahead, Dustin.
Goal is operational effectiveness.
This is Kim.
You gotta share that.
Operational effectiveness. And the senior leader is Kim Smith. You can say it third way. Damien. Economic and community development and the senior leader. Larry Thrash.
Larry is saying
Economic and community development.
That's you.
All right, our 4 strategic aims. Cindy. Employee development, well-being. Correct? Do you have the senior leader? Yes. Tiffany Bruce. Employee development and well-being, and the senior leader is Tiffany Bruce. There they are. Instructional and learning excellence is Dr. Tammy Strobel. Economic and community development is Larry Thrash. Physical and operational effectiveness, Kim Smith. And employee development and well-being is Tiffany Bruce. We should know those. Okay. Before I move on to this portion, the object of that was to kind of show you, as we started out, what makes you get out of bed every morning and come to work. And hopefully, through either our mission, our vision, or our values, or our strategic aims, hopefully you find something that drives you to come to work, because often may not be best fit. So we'd like to think that everybody here is here for one of those reasons. But key terms. I've heard a lot of people saying that they're worried about when the examiners are here, and really there's nothing to be worried about. The only things they might ask you are just, what do you do? How do you feel like you're a part of the grand scheme of things? Those kind of questions. But some things that are a few key terms they might say that aren't familiar to you. Benchmarks. We heard a lot about that on Monday. Jason in particular talked about that. We do a lot of benchmarking in Section 7, which is results. And technically, that is the definition for benchmarks. But, I did down here, it really, to us, means how well are we doing things in comparison to others. So, that's easy enough. Any questions about benchmarks? Okay, core competencies. That's their technical name for our strategic aims. And it's what are your greatest expertise as an organization. So, if they say, do you know what your core competencies are? It's the same as our strategic aims. Deployment basically means do you follow through on your processes and procedures? So are we deploying what we say we're going to do? Do you guys feel that we do a good job of deployment? Yes. I think we've come a long ways as far as deployment. Integration. Integration further for deployment. The harmonization of plans, processes, information, resource decisions, actions, results, and analyses to support key organization-wide goals. So basically, do our plans, our actions, and our results support our operational plan? And our operational plan is what our leadership team does every summer and decides what our goals will be for that following year. So do we carry through on all our processes, procedures, plans, and results to make sure that we succeed as far as our operational plan? Trends. We heard a lot about that on Monday too. If you'll remember the two ladies that came and spoke to us, they kind of joked and said, oh, you know, trends thinking about hemlines on skirts or if leggings are like pants, you know. But basically, it's numerical information that shows the direction and rate of change for an organization's results or the consistency of its performance over time. And I gave you an example of one of our trends, and it's our United Way contributions, what our employees have donated to the United Way campaign over the past 5 years. So as you can see, that's our results. But a trend, they will not consider a trend unless it dates back 3 years. So we have to have data for at least 3 years. And we would like for it to be 5 years, if at all possible. So when we submit our results, we have to show trends. And finally, workforce. You've heard a lot about that too lately. All people actively involved in accomplishing the work of your organization. And so that's us, you, us. We are all the workforce. So, you know, they'll come around, they might say, how do you feel as the workforce about, you know, workforce is you. So, and thanks to Shane for putting together the little picture of that. But anyway, so that's really it for the key terms. I mean, you know, I know we kind of overwhelmed you at the very first Lunch and Learn with the glossary of terms. And, you know, there's going to be no need to know all of that, but just these 6 or maybe things you might hear thrown around just a little bit. That's it. So does anybody have any questions?